Welcome to the Akashic Library.
So, have you ever been through a breakup and felt just completely and utterly confused? You know it's over, you know you should be moving on, but there's this part of you that just won't let go. It's a really frustrating feeling, right? Well, let's get into why that happens, because it actually tells us something fascinating about how our own minds are built. This is the question, isn't it? The one we just torture ourselves with. Your friends are probably saying it, your family might be hinting at it, and a huge part of your own brain is screaming it at you. Why is this so hard? Why can't I just let them go? You've got all the reasons, all the facts lined up, but you still feel completely stuck. And here it is. Here's the core of the problem. A big breakup reveals this really startling truth about us. Our brain isn't one single unified thing. It's more like it has two completely separate centers of consciousness. And when a relationship ends, those two centers basically declare war on each other. Okay, so let's meet the two sides in this fight. These two parts of your mind, they operate on totally different rules. They don't really know how to talk to each other, and for a long, long time, they both refuse to believe the other one's version of what happened. We can call them the logical mind and the emotional mind. And the whole problem is right there in the description. Your logical mind gets the memo instantly. It's over. Done. But the emotional mind? Oh, it's on a completely different timeline. A much, much slower one. And this is the fundamental conflict. Right here. Your logical mind is your protector. It's looking at all the evidence, all the facts, and its only goal is to keep you safe. But your emotional mind, it doesn't care about facts. It's driven by connection, by memory. And it will fight with everything it has to hold on to that feeling, no matter how much it hurts. All right, let's start with the first character in this little drama. This is the part of you that's the clear-eyed detective, the one that has already looked at all the evidence, processed the facts, and officially stamped the case file closed. You know, the logical mind has the receipts. It's got a whole folder full of cold, hard evidence. It remembers every shabby comment, the online flirting, the weeks of total silence. It looks at this long list and makes a very simple, very correct conclusion. This person is gone, and honestly, they're not worth your time. But then there's the other part of you, the part that hears all this perfect, impeccable logic, maybe gives a little nod, and then just quietly slips out the back door into a completely different reality. See, this is the emotional mind's world. It doesn't care about that list of facts. It cares about how it felt to be held on that vacation in Corfu, the quiet comfort of just reading a book together in Berlin. It remembers the promises they made, the moments they seemed so vulnerable. To the emotional mind, these moments feel like the real truth. This metaphor is just so powerful, isn't it? The emotional mind is kind of primitive. It's loyal to a fault. It just can't get its head around the idea that a love that was once declared can just stop. So it waits, like that faithful dog, completely unable to accept that its master is gone for good. And this is where that daily agony comes from. It's this constant, exhausting clash between these two totally different ways of seeing the world. Every single day, each one is fighting to be in the driver's seat, trying to control your thoughts and your actions. So the emotional mind starts cooking up these desperate and often kind of humiliating plans. It's not trying to cause trouble. It's just trying to get that connection back, using the only tools it has, hope and memory. It completely ignores things like logic or, dignity. And the logical mind just rushes in, totally horrified, trying to put out the fire with a bucket of cold reason. It asks the most important question: why would you want to be with someone who has already proven without a doubt that they can hurt you this badly? It's a full-on battle between fantasy and safety. And this really gets to the heart of the disconnect. For the emotional mind, the ex has become a myth, right? This perfect, irreplaceable person. Meanwhile, the logical mind is over here trying to bring things back down to earth. Hey, remember? They were just a person, a flawed person who, when it came down to it, wasn't actually that kind to you. So if logic can't just win a debate with emotion, then how does this war inside your head ever end? Well, and this is crucial, it doesn't end with some big victory. The solution is all about something much slower and much more patient. There's this really profound Arabic saying that just captures the healing process perfectly. It's not about speed, it's about a long, steady, determined journey. And it's such a beautiful way to think about the difference between our two minds. And that's it, right there. That's the whole thing. Your logical mind is on a jet plane. It got the news bulletin, they're gone. and boom, it understood immediately. But your emotional mind, your soul, it's on that camel. It's heading in the same direction, but it's going to take months, maybe even years, for the message to finally arrive and really truly sink in. See, healing isn't one single event. It's this gradual truce. At first, the logical mind sounds the alarm, trying to protect the whole system. Then, slowly but surely, the emotional mind's protests just get a little quieter. Eventually, they might even reach a pact, a little compromise, like, okay, fine, we can try going to dinner with someone new. And finally, life just starts to happen again. New things grab the emotional mind's attention, and the old memories start to fade a bit. And maybe the most comforting thought in all of this is that the goal isn't to just erase the love or delete the memories. That part of your emotional mind might always hold a piece of that person, and that's okay. Healing just means that, blessedly, one day other things will become more interesting, more present, and more important. The focus just shifts. So, as your emotional mind slowly finishes its long camel ride, the question starts to change. The heart, the soul, it will find its peace eventually. But what about your logical mind, the one that saw the truth from the very beginning? What lessons will it carry forward to protect you a little wiser and a whole lot more careful the next time around?
Healthy relationships don't need many rules, just one you can't ignore. Next, we'll talk about why some people are so hard to let go of.